to finally be able to say that we're on RT2FM.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant. Well, we'll get into the track that was just released. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's very powerful. It's very emotional, and a great sound. But we'll get to that in a minute. When you think of, and especially the way you sing, I think it draws out the emotion, and I feel like as a listener, your voice pulls you in. And
My dad was able to yodel.
oh wow.
And no, I can't yodel. Don't ask me to yodel. I have tried to yodel for many years.
So let's go with question time. So kind of don't think about it too much. Just go with it. It's all a bit of fun. So what is the greatest rock album of all time? No. Welcome back to another episode of That Sound Podcast, and if you love music, you're in the right place. Today we are joined by Ronan and Carolyn of Gather the Lost. How are you guys?
Great. Thanks so much for having us on.
No, delighted to have you on, especially on this great day. Mainstream radio. You must be very excited.
It's unbelievable. We're very happy. Yeah.
No,
kind of a pinch me moment.
yeah.
We've had lots of support from like the small radio stations. They've been unbelievable to us over the while, but to finally be able to say that we're on RT2FM,
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant. Well, maybe before we get into that, for anyone that's new to Gather the Lost, could you kind of tell us what your band is all about? Describe your sound.
How do we describe our sound, Ronan?
Well, we never say we are. We always say we're alternative rock. We are a rock band, I think, fundamentally, but we don't stick to any. We can really go in any direction with any song when we're like write the song. It always has a foundation of rock underneath it, but there'll be like progressive sections, or there could be heavier sections or melodic sections, and especially with that track Never Home that's out now, it's like ballady.
Yes.
Other stuff is, I would say, it's heavier, but it's not heavy, it's not ultra heavy.
Yeah.
But so that's it's alternative rock is the only way to describe it.
Yeah, I think listening to it, and I got the sneak peek then as well, but it's definitely kind of mainstream rock. But we'll get into the track that was just released. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's very powerful. It's very emotional, and a great sound. But we'll get to that in a minute. So I know there might have been a couple of changes along the way, but how did the band come together? Where was the idea? Who was pushing it? Were you the brains of the operation, Carolyn? Or?
Brains, but yes, putting the band together. I wouldn't put brains in there, but I was living in Galway at the time, and I really wanted to get a rock band together, but something that had a little bit more of I always say the word wrong, so screw it if I say it wrong, right? But ethereal, kind of that like atmospheric ethereal sound, but with rock. And I also loved the concept of being able to write and not have to pigeonhole yourself into one genre, but being able to kind of go with the flow with the sound. And so I was trying to find musicians in Galway at the time, and it wasn't having a huge amount of luck. Moved back to Dublin and found Alan online, and got in touch with him. He was the first OG next to me.
Right.
And over time, it's just been a process of auditions, and like the likes of Ronan there applying because he knew we were looking for a drummer, and it's been.
They found me, Gavin. I didn't find them.
Yeah.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Can I ask, where did the name come? Gather the Lost come from?
We were coming up with some amount of shite. All kinds of crazy crap, and nothing was sticking, and then it just popped into my head, Gather the Lost. I think music for me and for everyone, it's growing up and everything, it's kind of a safe space. So regardless of what you're going through in life, you know, especially when you're a teenager, you're like, oh, so emotional and I need music.
The world is against me.
Yeah, you're finding the songs where you can like relate to the lyrics and like, oh, this is me. But like that was the saving grace for me growing up. And it was almost like a safe space. Music was just a safe space. So Gather the Lost, kind of the concept of we create music and we're gathering the people that feel lost, right?
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool.
It's kind of like inviting them into our little bubble of safe music.
Yeah.
Safe, like where they can find themselves in music, and
I like that. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
For us.
Brilliant. So growing up then, Ronan and Carolyn, what kind of influences did you have? What were you listening to growing up, or what kind of drove the music in your life?
For me, I've 4 older brothers, so all sorts going on in my house. From like my eldest brother was into, 80s stadium rock, to the brothers next in line to me were into 90s dance and rave. So I had everything coming at me everywhere.
Yeah, I was into that too.
Oh, well, my guilty pleasure is like 90s dance. 100%.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Dance music, trance even, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. A bit of Maniac,
Yeah.
No, I kind of just, I was just always drawn to rock music, heavier music. Like obviously as a teenager in those days, Oasis was the go-to, and then I progressed from there, obviously, and you wanted something heavier, and you're always looking for something heavier and heavier, and then I kind of found middle ground with Metallica, and heavier again, and just finding my way around music. Like it inspired me to. It was my mom that asked me, did I want to start playing the drums? So I was like, a lot to thank her for in that sense, because it's not a lot of parents want a drum kit in the house.
No, definitely.
So, and my first drum kit was actually bought in Blackrock in Dundalk, there beside you.
No way.
Yeah, in Danny Hughes. She brought me up there when I was 12, and I brought home a drum kit from there, and that was it.
That's the Edges. So, one of the Edges' favorite shops.
Yeah, it's a good shop. Beat It Music. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So that was my kind of entry. We had like vinyls in the house. Still have the original Appetite for Destruction, and I'm 8-9 years of age and spinning that thing around, and
yeah,
you're in the jungle, and all of a sudden I'm like, Jesus, this is good stuff,
Yeah. I feel like we have a similar taste, because I feel like I was on like a mental junction where I was dipping in everywhere along the way. I've told this story many times. I was listening to like Def Leppard and Bon Jovi, and then I went the same way, like Metallica and that. But it's good to dip your toes and everything. Carolyn,
yeah.
What's your story, Carolyn?
Well, Ronan and I are quite similar. We've got 5 siblings. I'm the youngest of the 5, and like that, it's just growing up in a house where there was every taste of music happening at the same time. You walk into one room and it's Nirvana. You walk into the next room, it's Celine Dion. You walk into the next room, it's Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah.
It was just like it was a mad household, and they're all significantly older than me. Okay, so 15 years. So I got good music history by default.
Brilliant.
Yeah, just about to say that's
being
great.
In that house.
Yeah.
And so then growing up, I kind of just listened to everything, and I haven't changed. I never was like, I only ever listened to rock, but I only ever loved singing rock, or some variant of that. But like literally, I could be listening to anything, and it comes from the same story as Ronan, just growing up with every kind of music in that house.
Hey, it's Gavin from That Sound Podcast. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for listening. It really means the world. This show is a labour of love, but the truth is, it takes a lot to keep it going. Reaching out to guests, recording, editing, it all takes time, and we do it because we care about the music. If you've been enjoying the podcast and want to help us keep it alive, you can support us for just $5 a month over at patreon.com/thatsoundpodcast. For the price of a beer or a cup of coffee once a month, it generally makes a big difference. The show will always be free, but with your help, we can keep building it, episode by episode. Thanks for considering it, and thanks for being a part of this great community. So when did the singing start?
Singing, I couldn't tell you. It probably came out of the womb singing.
Right, okay. Brilliant.
I think with songwriting, singing definitely 3, Top of the Pops, watching, I don't know what it was. I want to see the sunshine after the rain, something like that, and going and dancing and trying to sing, even though I'd never heard this, and my sister being like, "You're really good, Carolyn." Bullshit, but like, you know, when you're three, everything is like, oh, they're serious. And I just remember watching Top of the Pops, going, I can do that. And then I remember writing a poem when I was about 8 and
Right.
bringing it into school, and it was like very emotional and like poetic. It was actually decent for an 8-year-old. I will say it. And the teacher being like, "Come and read that in front of the whole class," and she was like so moved. And it's again, it was probably crap, but like for that in my little 8-year-old mind, that was such a big thing, and I was like, I can write stuff, and people want to hear what I have to say. So I think the combination then just grew from there, and
Really?
well,
So you started writing then at that young age then after this poem
yeah,
started
I
coming?
remember this poem called Mountains. Like, I'm climbing, I reached the top, you're gone. 8. It was
Wow.
about my dad, and it was just, I guess it was just in me to
Wow.
to, to write and then singing, and you put them together, and that was it.
So talk us through how that morphed into your songwriting up to now, let's just say, like your recent song, Never Home, like I said, it's very emotional.
Yeah,
I listened to it like 4 or 5 times today, back to back, and it's very catchy. It's
oh,
it's a great song. I love that it's a ballad. It is a ballad, and
Mm.
tell us about where it came from, if you can.
yeah. So well, I guess for everyone listening, they could like relate to it
Mm,
in whatever aspect of their life they're going through. But for me personally, writing that song, it's a combination of things. I grew up, so I've always had mental health issues, so always depression or anxiety or both. And if doctors tell you you can't have both, they're wrong. Um, so from a very young age, this was the thing that I was always battling. And I'm in my 30s now, and in my early 30s, one of my siblings got diagnosed with ADHD, and they went, light bulb moment, everyone in the family needs to go to the doctor. And we all went, whoa, this makes so much sense. And I think I cried when I got my diagnosis. I got diagnosed with ADHD and traits of autism, some sensory issues and stuff. And it was such an amazing thing. I don't know if some people find that really like horrifying to get diagnosed with something like that. But for me, it was like, I understand now. My
yeah.
brain is supposed to work the same as everybody else's. And that late diagnosis, and then just growing up with mental health issues, it was really hard to navigate like this normal life, whether it was when I was in school or in workplaces or just general, day to day things. I always just struggled to fit in or be able to um, just to be able to live so seamlessly and move so seamlessly through all these things that happen in life, the way everybody else seemed to be.
Mm,
Um, and I really just struggled with everything. But maybe I talked about it, maybe I didn't, I don't know. And um, I guess now with the diagnosis and understanding so much about like myself and doing like the therapy and all of that, um, I've learned that like this society standard of what a successful life is, ticking all these boxes in this order, you have to do this, you have to do this, that is not like one size fits all, and it's a very outdated
yeah.
structure. And I think there's a lot of people now that, whether they're neurodivergent or not, they struggle so much with that structure, because for it doesn't allow you to move in and out and do your own thing. You have to abide by the structure, or you're failing. You're
Yeah.
a failure in this society view. And they really struggle with their mental health as a result, and they're not talking about it. And I will talk to the nines about mental health. I'm a big advocate for promoting it. I think we need to get rid of the stigma. It's just such bullshit. Like, so
Mm,
the more you talk about it, the better it is for other people that are going through it and don't want to talk about it. But it was very much like how deeply I was struggling trying to do normal things that everyone else seemed to, that 9 to 5, just going into work and putting a smile on your face and leaving your shit at home, you know, all really, really difficult. And I've learned that it doesn't have to be difficult, and you don't have to tick all those boxes in the same order that everybody is doing it. You don't have to abide by that structure. You're not a failure in society just because you didn't do it the way they did in the, you know,
Yeah.
70s, the 80s, 60s, whatever. You know, it's a big sense of freedom, but writing that song was very much about like taming down who you are to fit into society in whatever aspect that is, and never home, because people find that structure, the safe space. This is how I will safely survive this life. If I do all these things, I will make money and I'll put food on the table, I'll have a house over my head, and everything's going to be, you know, it's all going to come up roses. And the people find a lot of safety in that, and that's amazing if you do, but it's not for everyone, and I never found safety in that. So the concept of never home, like home is your safe space, but I'm never home because that's not mine, not my home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow, yeah.
I'd say you're sorry you asked, Gavin.
No,
I am.
No, it makes a lot of sense, and especially I was picking up on the lyrics, and I gathered there was something along them lines. But yeah, it's when you think of and especially the way you sing, I think it draws out the emotion, and I feel like as a listener, your voice pulls you in, and you get a taste of that feeling that you get. You know, I did anyway.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. That's a lovely compliment.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that. Like, music gets me. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I could be listening to a song and I start like tearing. I'm like, my friends are like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, I don't know. But like,
and beg of that song, Gavin.
Seriously, like even like. I'm right. This is going off topic here, but I'll throw it in. Like, I'm going to Hans Zimmer now in a couple of weeks in the train. I'll be crying the whole way through it.
Oh, I would as well.
I don't know why, but that's what I mean. Like, there's like
that's powerful stuff. Like that's
but I swear to God, I think you did it on that track. You did it. It draws out the emotion. If you sit and you listen to this song, don't just listen to it. Take it in. It's brilliant. It's very good. So you should be proud of it. But yeah, so just going back to that. So obviously music was a huge help for you going through them struggles, Carolyn.
Massively. Especially when you're a teenager. You've got the normal crap of being a teenager.
Yeah.
Anyway, but when you've got something that's undiagnosed, and then you're in and out of doctors, and you're in and out of different therapists, and people are telling you all sorts, and then you've also got this stigma of being a teenager, you know. So you get some therapists that are like, "Oh, she's a teenager," you know.
Yeah. I think we've got better at it though. I think as a country we've got better at it, and you know, I don't know if there is such. Maybe there is. Like, is the stigma still there as much as it was? What would you think?
For men, it's there more than it is now for women. I think women, like, don't slate me for saying this, but I think TikTok has been a really big help in getting rid of that stigma. I think people are more just willing to talk to the camera now about what they're going through, and I find that a lot of women are the ones that are doing that, and I have noticed that like women are just more open to talking about it than they used to be. And not completely. There's still a lot of women out there that don't. I think men are where the struggle is at.
Yeah, it's been that way for a long time. But funny when you touch on TikTok, and I think TikTok is dangerous for people's psyche and everything. I think people get addicted to the likes, addicted to the shares, addicted to this, addicted to that. And I only recently went on TikTok for this podcast, and I find myself like the brain rot where you're just like, I'm like, sometimes I have to pinch myself.
I think the Yanks call it doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling, yeah. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I need to put this down. Like, I think TikTok is bad in a lot of ways, but maybe it has some positivity. But I just
think pros and cons. I mean, when you say that, I'm kind of going, well, I suppose the con of it is doom scrolling, and that plays into your mental health as well. So where do you win? But I think
a healthy balance is good.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. If you're already struggling with anything and you need to switch off, it's so easy to just doom scroll. So I guess it's a bit toxic.
Yeah.
There's some crazy
Well, we can't badmouth it too much because we're trying to use it to promote our music.
Of course, it helps us all. Of course,
and I still love it, but I think you have to be careful about what you're watching, because you watch something that's not okay for too long, the algorithm picks that up and it's going to show you more of that.
Yeah.
So I think you have to be quick to scroll away from the stuff that you don't want to be seeing. Otherwise you're going to get inundated with that. But for educational purpose, I think it's definitely helped with releasing that stigma, because people are more open to just coming on and sharing what they're going through. But yeah, it's a doom scroller. It's bad in that way.
So going back to your sorry, where did you guys record this? The track?
We did a little bit of everything with the album and this track. So we recorded drums in Tsunami Studios in Inchicore, Ballyfermot. Adam and Sean own a studio there. Great spot, great setup. So we tracked drums there. Carolyn did the vocals there as well, and then Brian, the bass player, and Alan, they've home setups, so they recorded there. And Alan, then our wonderful guitarist, he mixed and mastered the whole album.
Wow!
So it was a bit of a mix of both
DIY and
cool. Because I said it to you, Ronan, today or whatever it was. I thought the drum sound was very good.
Nice one. Really nobody pays attention to drums, Gavin. This is brilliant. Where's Luke? You should have brought Luke on so we can talk about
he's still
tension and
But I was wondering,
anal drum stuff.
Was it a big room or a small room that you recorded in?
It's a big room, and they have it's a big high ceiling. And
I knew it was
gantry, if you want to call it, over the drum kit to reflect sound. It's a cool room.
Yeah, you could hear it, and I hope I was right when I said that to you. I'm like, I hope I don't.
Yeah, you were spot on. Yeah.
Because you could hear the reverb, you could hear it. I'm like, you can hear the whole thing, but even the vocals and everything, it's really good. And as I say, I
have to give Sean Quinn from Tsunami a big shout out, because he's the sound engineer for the vocals specifically. And you know when you meet someone and it's like they can see into your head.
Yeah.
And they just get it. They get the sound that you're going for. And he was amazing. Like, he was able to understand the sound. He was able to understand what I was trying to achieve. And when I wasn't able to like fully get the idea down, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? He'd be able to come in straight away with an idea going, what if you did it but just slightly like this? And I'd be like, bingo. And only for him, it was amazing having him there. And just, it was like he was telepathic.
He knew what you want. Because I have to say, like, your vocal style is quite unusual for me anyway. But like, I'm going to like, obviously it's your vocals, but from what I picked up on it, like I was like picking, I'm like, this is cool. Like, it's different. I love it. But like, I heard splashes of like almost Dolores O'Riordan elements. And like even Lyra I could hear, and like who else did I say? And Wilson, almost a little bit, a splash too. But obviously your own sound. But like, am I close?
Yeah. So my mum always laughed. She said, so my dad was able to yodel.
Oh wow.
And no, I can't yodel. Don't ask me to yodel. I have tried to yodel for many years, and but she says that's where you get that from. That little, I don't know, the little glitch in the vocals. That just, I can make it happen, but it normally just happens.
Right.
I don't have to. If I want to make it happen, I can make it happen, but normally it just happens naturally. And my mum's always like, "That's your dad. That yodel. That's your dad." So it was always kind of there. But
do you find it hard on your voice performing?
Depends on what we're singing.
Right, okay.
I've done a lot of different kinds of training over the years. Now, I am by no means a fantastic technical singer. I guarantee any singer out there or a vocal coach that would listen to me, they'd be like, she could improve here, 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 and here. Um, but I've tried really hard to get it right with at least with my breathing and to make sure I'm singing from the diaphragm so it doesn't put so much stress on my throat and everything. And I think that's really important. Um, there's certain things they try and teach you when you're doing vocal coaching, and I really like the sound that I have, and I try and sing with my own accent and not with an American accent.
I love that.
And sometimes they go, you need to change the vowel. And I'm like, but then if I do that, I'm going to sound American, and I don't want to do it. Like, I'm absolutely, like, I love, there's so many artists and they sing with American accents, and like, it's stunning. I've nothing against it, but for me personally, I just want to sing in my own accent, and it comes out the way it does.
Yeah.
And there's certain times when I'll have to slightly change the vowel to hit a note, but it's only for that one note, you know what I mean? I won't change how I sing or how I speak to kind of fit that fit the standard of what is considered a good technical singer. I won't do it. But
no, I love it. Keep authentic, keep the Irish accent, because it works lovely. It works lovely. So there is an album in the works then. Is it completed or is it nearly completed, or what's the crack?
It's we've got probably one song that I am trying to get the lads to do harmonies on.
Nice. How's that going, Ronan?
That's gone savage, yeah, it's really well. So playing drums and singing a harmony at the same time, like I do sing, like, but harmony, like trying to harmonise with Carolyn there, like, you know, you've heard her sing, so
yeah,
I will give it a bash, because we do need to look at our live performance show, whatever you want to call it, and add in harmonies there as well, you know, to improve how we sound live and stuff like that, because it gives the band a rounder sound and stuff like that. So but we one track left to do, which is written and probably 85-90% done. So we just need to jump in and record it. But we've a good few releases coming up, and then the album next year. So, you know, we've time, but we'd like to get it done as well and get it boxed off, you know.
So how many more singles, sorry, do you think will be dropped?
2 more.
2 more.
Yeah. Good. But I feel like we're doing this thing, you probably know of it, like the Waterfall album release. And it's so basically we're already releasing the start of the album because it's Never Home, and that's coming directly from the album. So we are technically already in the process of releasing it, but we'll do 3 releases, and then the rest of the album will drop in one go then.
Brilliant. Any time frame? Early next year?
What will we give it away?
We'll say the first quarter.
First quarter, okay.
The next release will be in December, all going well. That's the plan.
Brilliant.
And then you're looking about 2 months after that for the next one, and then I'll go into plan 2 months after that. So kind of around the April mark. But if I could get it done earlier, I would. If I could,
you know, when you make the plan, Gavin,
I know.
Plan, and then you change it, and then you get that, and then you change that again. So that's our plan.
What about covers and stuff? Did you look at any artwork or anything for the front cover of? Did you get that far yet? No.
I'm in the process of designing at the moment. I've done all the artwork for our stuff.
All right, cool.
Yeah, so either it's done on the computer or it's done by hand.
Brilliant.
So like the artwork for Never Home was like chalk on black paper. It's actually filmed and sped up a video of me doing it, but it took hours. But yeah, I'm in the process of creating the artwork, but whether the lads like it, I don't know. We might be hiring a graphic designer.
yeah.
It'd be good for
I think doing it yourself and having that little touch, it gives it an extra personal touch of, you know, it wasn't just designed on a laptop and spat out, like. I mean, you can design anything in 30 seconds now on AI, so having it done by hand is a nice touch these days. Definitely.
And it is, Ronan, we were talking off air, and we might as well jump into it now, like how important like content is, and even covers and stuff like that to catch the eye in a record shop. But we were chatting, Carolyn, about how important, you know, social media is now for a band. Like, it's got to be up there, and 30-40% of even being in a band now.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like sorry, trying to plug in my laptop here.
You're okay.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like back in the day, being a musician was being a musician.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, nowadays, if you sign up to be a musician, you've got to sign up to be a PR person and a marketing person, a manager,
amateur actors,
a
bad
record
ones.
label, a videographer, a photographer,
content
and
creator.
you can't put any of those skills on your CV. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. But it is so important. Like I'm chatting to bands all over the world, and I was chatting to guys from Vancouver there the weekend, and they were the same about like covers, the artwork, and just being on social media and just pushing, and like balancing work and life and kids and whatever, and like, I remember seeing a funny meme or something. There's two lads sitting across the table, like in the 50s, whatever. And like you said, we're in a rock band or whatever, and they're at the kitchen table at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, did you ever think we'd be here? Like, two of them on laptops. Like, fucking no. It's crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah.
But
you never see the work that goes on behind it. You just release a song and throw up a video, but little do they know that we're working 2 jobs and then working full time. Doing all the behind the scenes music and creating the music and then recording the music and then doing all the social media plans and then emailing everyone
in the
world and there's so much to it. Like,
so let's get into your live shows. So how would you explain your live shows to someone that's going to go and check you guys out?
Ronan.
Kind of, I suppose with Never Home in the mix, it's easy to say it's up and down, but I suppose for us playing the songs on stage, Never Home is, well, maybe not for Carolyn, but for us when we're playing it, it's almost like a break. Say, like there's a couple of up tempo songs and there's like heavier songs and a bit more technical like the Never Home, but it's I think there's a lot of lovely guitar work from Alan. There's there's ridiculous bass sounds coming from Brian.
And fabulous drums.
Well, I couldn't say that myself, so thanks for saying that.
There you go.
So there's a bit of everything going on, Gavin live, So there's kind of the mix of it all, which I think we get quite right. And as the kind of, we want to try and play better gigs, of course. Every band does, so we'll be able to have like longer set lists and be able to showcase more songs as we grow, hopefully, and be able to play better venues and better time slots on stages and play to better audiences. It's just the aim for any band, I think.
100%. Any standout moments or memories from past gigs that you've done?
We played the Dublin Castle in Camden actually in July.
Cool.
So that was a good thing for a band to do, was head off and head into the unknown. And like, to be honest, it was great crack, and Camden is a mad place. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
It was kind of like going to Fibbers in Camden.
Yeah.
But it was a bit more. There's a bit more history.
Stage.
Yeah, it's an iconic venue. A lot of huge acts played there and stuff like that. So you did kind of feel special playing there and going there. What was it, Carolyn? 35 minutes, 40 minutes or something? 40 minutes maybe. So for the whole effort of it, like, it was a short set, but it was great crack, and it was a great thing to have on the TV for the band. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
To navigate doing an international gig for us as well, having never done one as a band before.
We learned a lot that weekend, I think.
We learned a lot that week.
Logistics, let's say.
Ronan and Brian nearly missed the flight. We were all sat on the plane and they were still in the pub. And I'm like, the doors are closing, and Ronan sends me a video of the two of them just sauntering out of the pub over it, and he's like, "You're grand."
Yeah.
I was trying to live up to the rock and roll lifestyle, Gavin,
You
missed the flight. But it's like, it's Ryanair, so you just have to book another one. There's no rockstar lifestyle there.
Yeah, it's meant to be a great venue. I know Luke played there last year, I think, as well. He said it was a great venue, and you're right in the heart of the music hub of London,
Yeah.
That music shop's up the street, isn't it? The famous one, the guitar shop. What is the name of it? There's
Camden.
I think it's in Camden, isn't it? There's like
I can't remember. There's, you know,
guitars,
there's
top
so
shelf,
much stuff going on over
cheap
there. Like
brand
it's,
guitars, you know.
yeah.
But
It's
that was a great moment for you. So, any gigs lined up, or what's the future looking like?
At the moment, we've just been so focused on this whole process of releasing our album, doing this waterfall release, that we haven't had time. One of the lads just had a baby as well, so we have to go quiet
well,
on
he
the.
didn't have the baby.
Huh? Well, yeah, he popped it out. No, his
I
wife
wrote
had a
that from
baby.
Roy Keane. Come on, everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
Shout out, baby Adam. But so now it's the time that we're starting to look at getting back doing some gigs, and especially when we release the album, there's definitely going to be a lot of gigging around that time as well. But
Brilliant.
we're in talks at the moment, so hopefully we'll have some news fairly soon about when our next gigs are. But we have to go quiet for a little while.
Brilliant.
But not for long.
Not for long. That's good to hear.
For
What do you
bands
think?
gigging like these days, trying to organize gigs and trying to, like, you can get a gig in the morning if you want, and we all know where that would be. But it's just like getting good venues, good gigs, and trying to arrange it properly and having the time to do it properly is where the work is, you know. So that's kind of ongoing at the moment. So
Yeah, I feel like one bit of advice that I got from starting this podcast is like looking for that support slot with a band. You'd be surprised. I've talked to guys and they're like you know, obviously you kind of have to fit your kind of music, but like I know bands that like reached out to like Airborne and you know, and they're like, if you just reach out to the labels and try and get like just do anything you can. Like as I say, what have you got to lose? You've nothing to lose. Like all I can say is like no or ignore you or get it.
I don't think we've anyone left to email. I think we've emailed everyone. We
That's
completed
brilliant.
the email list, you know.
Yeah. Keep hustling. Keep hustling because it'll come up. But the Irish scene at the minute, what do you think about it? Like I think down in Cork and stuff like that, like venues are popping up. Galway, you mentioned Dublin, of course, even up by us here in Dundalk, and a couple of bars in Dundalk, Towels in Dundalk,
Towels,
Spirit Store, and then McHugh's and Drogheda. There's a lot. What is your take on the scene at the minute?
I think it's definitely improving. I've said this before. I think COVID played a number on our industry in Ireland, especially, because before COVID, you could walk into any bar in town on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, and you didn't know what you were going into, but there was like 5 bands lined up to play, and it was amazing. And then post COVID, it's the venues, they're only taking in what's going to bring money in because they took such a hit. So it was a bit of a struggle. It is definitely getting better. There's more music nights starting to pop up now. And yeah, like we're definitely noticing a difference. We're not fully there yet. I'd love for us to get back to the days when there was just, you could walk around town and just listen for a sound that you liked and then just follow that sound into whatever venue it was, because they're the best. Like, you know where you're going. And but yeah, I think it's definitely improving.
Yeah, I think so.
But surely.
I think so. So that's great. So right, so we have possibly 3 singles coming soon, an album early next year.
And an exclusive there.
The song is on national airwaves on 2FM within a couple of days. Like the future is looking good for you guys.
Future's looking good. We just found out as well that we're getting played on like a lot of little radio stations, like the smaller radio stations. So Pennsylvania, there's a radio station over there that we just found out today they're playing us, and then the UK, I think Germany, Ireland as well. So
brilliant.
The feedback has been just like more than we could ask for, and we're just going to keep pushing, keep slogging away, and make it as big as possible.
Brilliant.
Especially in the short space of time, a few days, you know, hearing the feedback and getting good feedback, and especially the 2FM thing was a great it's a great shot in the arm, you know, as well.
It didn't happen for nothing. Like you can back it up. Like as I said, that track is a fantastic track, and I think it was a great choice going with that one first. So
yeah, we only discussed that today, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, kudos on whoever pushed that one first, because I think it was a great shout. So before we finish up, do you want to do a bit of fun question time?
I'll go for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Before we get into question time, I'm going to play you a small bit of the new track Never Home by Gather the Lost. Hope you like it.
Running through this hectic city, trying to find my way. There are roads I keep forgetting, rules I can't obey. I've lived on the edge for so long, I don't know what's safe. When they say that I should stay home, I just run away. 'Cause I'm living like a 9 to 5 makes me alright. 'Cause I'm taming down the wild in me. Seem like I belong, like I belong, like I belong. But there's no one home, but there's no one home, but I'm never home. Somewhere between sane and insane, where I found my zone. If I keep my cool, my filter, the crimes will never show. I've been shown a map that's so old, paved with a golden trail. But every time I try to track them, I just wanna bail. 'Cause I'm trying hard to walk the line in record time. 'Cause I'm shaking off the quirks of guy to seem like I belong, like I belong, like I belong. There's no one home. I belong, like I belong, like I belong. But there's no one home. Like I belong, like I belong, like I belong. But there's no one home, but there's no one home.
So let's go with question time. So kind of don't think about it too much. Just go with it. It's all a bit of fun. So what is the greatest rock album of all time? Start off with an easy one. First one that springs to mind. Ronan has something cooking there. Go, Ronan.
I just need to. Is it Visible Graffiti?
Yeah.
Just
All
the
right.
era, the stuff that came out of it, you know.
Cool. Carolyn?
I have two, but like, are they really rock? Or are they just a little bit of rock, but more everything else? So like, I'll just say them because this is all I can think of. But Rumors,
I
Fleetwood
knew
Mac.
you were going to say that. It's a brilliant album. It's a brilliant album.
Unreal and ageless.
brilliant. It's
It'll
so
never,
good.
ever, ever go out of fashion. It's just the most beautiful, perfect piece of art that has ever existed.
We done it like a deep dive on that album, like, and got into the nuts and bolts of the recording and everything. It's such a good album.
Drama behind it all, and drama in the band, and then how that relates, and then you're watching their live performances from
And
videos, and you're seeing, are they looking at each other?
who almost got a credit on the album? Did you know that one?
Who?
I'll tell you off air.
I need to know. The other one then is like totally different, but Meteora, Linkin Park.
Oh, yeah, good show.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good show. Yeah, yeah.
Also a fantastic piece of art.
Yeah, yeah. He was a genius. He was so good. Yeah.
So upsetting.
I got to see them live. It was brilliant. Although they got bottled off the stage the day I seen them, I did enjoy them at Metallica. Yeah, in the ODS, yeah. It wasn't very nice, but I loved Linkin Park. I was right up there.
Class. Hybrid Theory, deadly.
Brilliant, yeah. So, who is your ultimate music hero?
I probably have a few, but I have to say Hetfield.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it's not Lars because I'm a drummer, but I just think Hetfield as a man and he's just like
he has
the ultimate rhythm guitarist, ultimate songwriter, ultimate riff writer. I think he's class.
Yeah, he's been through his battles as well. Like, and he
still be here.
He's used music. He's used music to, you know, almost treat himself. You know, because he had a lot of shit growing up with his parents and, you know, his mom and dad dying, and even Dyer's Eve. Like, how aggressive that song is. If you read the lyrics to that song.
But you're just talking about Linkin Park. So look at any of them. You know, there's so many frontmen have come and go or couldn't handle it or whatever, and Hetfield could have easily been one of them. You know, biggest rock band of the world, metal band of the world, and fronting the whole thing. And so, that would be my answer.
Cool, Carolyn.
Wish I had prepared answers for these kind of questions.
And it wouldn't be fun.
I always get thrown, and then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I have a musical hero, but I have two women that stick out in my mind. So obviously I'm going Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks for obvious reasons. Don't need to explain. But somebody who I don't really listen to anymore, but who was very influential for me as a teenager was Vanessa Carlton for her songwriting and her lyrics. To learn that because everything when you're a teenager, you're listening to all the mainstream stuff initially before you really delve into what you like as music, and it's all pop and it's all like very like, I'm gonna take you home for a one night stand, all this kind of really generic lyrics, and you're kind of, oh yeah, great, you know, I'm 14. But then Vanessa Carlton, I bought her album, and just really stunning to learn that you can write lyrics in a totally different way, in a really poetic way, in a metaphorical way, and then you can also be very literal. And I think that kind of opened my eyes to writing even more. So I haven't listened to her since Be Not Nobody, that album, but it's still an album that I love, and was very influential in my perspective of lyrics.
Cool. What is your go-to pre-show hype song? Is there any song you listen to get you going before getting on the stage? Or is there any, let's say, traditions backstage? Is there one song you all listen to? Is there any kind of...
Never have time to listen to that, and it's always frantic.
Go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd always, if I'm driving in or something like that, I'll always have something heavy, fast, not speed metal or anything like that, just something driving to, you know,
get you going.
Maybe, I don't know, I like Tremonti solo stuff.
Most Tremonti.
I do. But I also love Ghost at the moment as well, so I could put on some. I could stick listen, next time we play a gig, Carl, and you're going to look around, I'll be sitting there with a mask on.
Where's Ronan gone?
Yeah. We were talking about that. Yeah, there's a trend at the minute. All right, it might help. It might help. Anything that you listen to, Carolyn, kind of the day of the show? Is there any
When I'm
routines?
getting ready, I tend to just go on Spotify. It's called Spotify now. Spotify playlists and whatever mood I'm feeling. But usually, like, it's like upbeat or really heavy or chaotic kind of music, or failing that, it'll be like, you know, your gym workout playlists, that kind of thing, to really like get the adrenaline going and pump up. So whatever comes up on that playlist is what I listen to, and then I just get ready and that plays in the background. So there's nothing specific. And then our like pre-gig, it's just us going, don't fuck up, right? Okay, don't fuck up. Okay, cool, let's
go. Brilliant.
How did the end of that go? Was there a stop, or did it go into this? Or?
Yeah. How long is that one again? Do we do a double on that chorus? Okay, yeah, okay, I can't remember.
If you could join any band for one night, who would it be?
Oh God, that's a really good one.
Come on.
Do you think you know what my answer is?
No, I want you to answer quick.
Sleep
I thought
Token.
about this for Sleep Token. Okay.
Sleep Token, cool.
Sleep Token. Or Brutus. Although they've already got a fantastic female singer, they don't need me.
Are you a fan of Sleep Token? Yeah.
I am. I don't love their newest album.
Yeah, I dip my toes in. There you go. Another song that gives me the teary eye, Euclid. Oh, jeez.
The Sleep Token song, is it?
Yeah, honest to God. I did enjoy that album. I did, I have to say. And the way it I read into it, and it is, look at they're playing on a trend, and we are farts, and we kind of have to go with it. It is the new thing. And I did dip my toe in it. But how that album closes, Jesus Christ. Yeah, they captured something special in that track, I have to admit.
Very deep as well, when you really look into the meaning.
Yeah, and then the playback, you know, when the playback is playing and then he's singing the next verse, and it's like, this is so good. Like, the production is pretty good.
I saw them live, flew over to Manchester.
Right.
And I saw them the Co-op live, and it was just like, lasers everywhere. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Our president coming to steal their crown. Same
management. Yeah. I'm going to see President now in March in Dublin.
They're kind of the same, aren't they? Like, they have that produced vocal. They have like the
heavy production.
It's your man Charlie Simpson, isn't it? Out of Busted.
Yeah.
Is it him though? Because there was a big question over whether it was him or not. I haven't listened to President yet, but
I actually like one track. Yeah, they're definitely not for everybody. But what we touched on at the start of this chat, well, myself and yourself, Ronan, kind of dipped our toes in dance and kind of trance back in the day. There's one song called Rage, and it's kind of, what would I say? It has elements.
Are you talking song?
No, President.
Oh, President, right? Okay, yeah.
Called Rage. If you're bored, check it out. It's kind of.
They only have 5 songs or something, don't they?
Yeah, drum and bass kind of dance. Like, there's no doubt about it. Charlie is a fantastic singer. Like, Fight Star were really good. If you ask me, just my opinion, I thought Fight Star were really good. Very underrated band. He has a very good vocal range. Yeah. But the problem with President is all that auto-tune or vocal, whatever it's called now, it's kind of a bit.
Well, Rage has 5.5 million listens, so I'll add a listen to that.
Yeah, I'll listen to that.
You might, and it's not for everybody. It's definitely not rock. It's more of the
progressive-y.
Yeah. But anyway, we kind of went off on a mad one there. Did we answer the question? We did we?
Did you?
Yeah. Here's a good one. Name me the most overrated band in the rock industry.
Sleep Token.
Okay.
Ghost. I know Ghost.
Fuck off. 2 masked warriors, yeah.
Fighting to the death.
I don't know. I only listen to good music.
Yeah. Okay.
Sleep Token tonight, right?
Yeah.
What was that, Ronan?
Look, you know what? This is it. This is it. in a conversation. You know, it's like I mean, you can't say they're overrated. Like the headline Download Festival, they're huge. You know, just because I can't get into
Oh,
them doesn't
yeah,
mean,
no,
you know.
that's
And
it. Like,
That's music, though. It's not
yeah,
for everybody, and that's the
yeah,
beauty
no,
of
that's true.
music. You find stuff you love and things you hate, and you just have to have
Drummer's
respect
phenomenal.
for the work that's put in, regardless of whether you like it or not.
I'll give you mine. Kiss.
Yeah.
I think Kiss are dirt. Absolute dirt. Absolute dirt. And how they've been so successful.
Masks again, or well, makeup, whatever. That was the early days of that
But the
kind of stuff.
music was shit for me. But
There you go.
But they sold millions and millions, so I'm not.
So Carolyn, you're saying Ghost, are you?
No, I don't have an answer.
Okay.
Sorry now. Disappointing. I don't have an answer. I can't think of a bad.
Say Ghost, we could have asked Gavin to edit that out there. Gavin, I'll talk to you later.
If Gather the Lost were a drink, what would it be and why?
Tea. No, only like maybe a can of Monster.
Nice. What flavour?
Oh, the original.
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 Right.
Not that ultra bullshit.
Sugar or sugar free? Sugar. All right, let's finish on this one. This is a fun one that we do. Ronan, you might have heard this one. If you could name me a 5-piece band, dead or alive, to record your dream album, who would they be?
Okay. I'd have Phil Lynott on bass. My two guitarists would be Jerry Cantrell, and I would have Mark Tremonti.
Right.
I know they're two lead guitarists, but you know they can adapt.
Yeah.
Vocals. I'll come back to vocals. Drummers. I like Scott Phillips from Alter Bridge.
Okay.
And obviously Creed, but I just think I listened to them a lot over the years, and they would have given me a lot of inspo drumming wise. Like, he's not technically unbelievable, but solid, and like great chops, great licks, and great fills and stuff like that. Front man or woman. Maybe you might keep Phil on the vocals.
Right.
Might keep Phil on the vocals. That's just off the top of my head there. And then.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Jerry Cantrell and Phil would be interesting, wouldn't it?
And this is me, right? If you actually sat down and went through technically, like, they probably all don't work. You know what I mean? But I'm just thinking,
this is your album. This is your album.
Yeah. And I love Lizzie, like, and just, you know, so I think
yeah.
Well.
Phil was a brilliant songwriter as well. He was so special. I don't think they get enough credit, especially being Irish.
And Metallica wouldn't exist without them either. You know?
A lot of bands wouldn't, a lot of bands like do it. But we went deep on Thin Lizzy over the last few weeks, and we started at the start. Even
I was listening to them. Good
3 pieces, and I think Phil's songwriting, he probably maybe was on the spectrum as well. Maybe I think because
aren't we all?
Oh yeah, definitely. I am anyway. but his creative spark at such a young age, like he was so good at his songwriting.
Class.
So
he was deadly.
So
he had something, didn't he?
Yeah.
I met his mum years ago.
Philomena. Brilliant.
Sweet woman. Okay.
So guys, that was a blast having you on. Really cool to get an insight into Gather the Lost with Ronan and Carolyn. So where can people find your songs, or what is your social medias? Are you most active on Instagram or Facebook or both? Or?
Yeah, we're on everything. All of the above. Instagram and TikTok are probably our main ones. Facebook, we're on Facebook, but it's I think Facebook is fading.
Yeah, I think it's fading
fast. But we have it. But yeah, at Gather the Lost or at Gather the Lost official, and then we're on all the streaming platforms. Go stream Never Home.
Definitely. Get out there and get it. Keep an eye out. There's new singles coming your way. Great to hear. And an album next year. I'll have all the links to the guys' stuff in the description. Go to the description and check the guys out. Give them a follow. Listen to the song. It's absolutely brilliant. Again, guys, thanks so much for giving up your time coming on. It's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you, Gavin. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah. If you enjoyed that episode, please hit that subscribe button. It can really help me out. And I'll catch you in the next one.